Hey Cancer, Riverika here, reporting for duty on a trigger. Thank you so much for shuffling states of emergency into adoption spirit magic with me and steering clear of danger. Heartily, we are grateful. In this session, we are exploring what may help us move forward in the highest love and light, minding our business through this June 2023. But before that, some disclaimers. I am not a doctor, lawyer, therapist. I'm a fortune teller, so what I offer is no substitute for their services. Furthermore, what I share does not determine your future. Only your intentions and actions do. So please, use your gifts of discernment before deciding what to gather and take away from this reading, and of course, take only what resonates and blow like a kiss the rest to the universe for cosmic composting back into beauty. This reading is intended for fun and games, for shits and giggles, for entertainment, for flexing our heart, mind, body, soul, spirit, intuition, emotions, and at the least, I hope to cause harm to none, and at the most, I hope I may assist you on your healing path. All that said, yes, thank you so much for joining us. This was Labradorite that I was holding, this gemstone chosen that may assist us in this June 2023. And I invite you to explore more about that on your own, because we're all different psychosocial science experiments, and what resonates for you may be different than me. So to make this reading even more meaningful for you, I invite you to check it out. Labradorite, 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 27 different resources, and see what resonates with you about that labradorite, and that may be assisting you this June. And we have this shaker, this fun little shaker to help us clear the space. Thank you for helping us clear the space and for holding the intention of seeing only love, and only love we shall see. And I would also appreciate ringing this bell and having you join me with the bell mantra. And again, holding the intention of seeing only love, and only love we shall see. So here we are. I'm about to ring the bell, so please make adjustments as needed to keep yourself safe. And here we go. Mind, body, speech, in perfect oneness, I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. My hearers awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Om. Peace. Shanti. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Oopsie. Oopsie. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. So this deck we have chosen is The Living Altar by Kiki Robinson and Ilvedrama Marzana Radzisuski. And it's one of the only Romani decks in circulation that I am aware of. You can find them online at The Living Altar. I do believe it's thelivingaltar.com, but triple check, quadruple check me. I'll leave something in the description. I shall leave something in the description, God willing. God willing. And you can also find them on Instagram. You can listen to their Altars Up Witches podcast. You can also listen to the Romanistan podcast by Paulina Verminsky and Jessica Reedy, where they invite Kiki and Ilva over to share spooky stories. And they share some spooky stories about the making of this deck of cards. So you may enjoy tuning into that Romanistan podcast, as well as the Altars Up Witches podcast. And Foretold, the Foretold podcast by the LA Times, every Tuesday right now for a spell. And then there's a follow-up debriefing that Romanistan is doing that may assist you on your path. So I wanted to share all of that with you, all those exciting bits and pieces about playing through, how we play through. And, you know, there's this loss and trauma sometimes, so how do you play through? And the art of living every day in any circumstance, right? That's what we're shooting for, aiming for, trying to take out the violence references. So yeah, what does Cancer need to know to help move forward, minding their business in the highest love and light? Cancer is a whole, full, loving, powerful, spiritual being, and so am I. And we think Cancer, source, spirit team, angels, galaxy guides, ancestors, saints, sages, gods, goddesses, universes, here in the highest love and light, as well as mine. And we thank Cancer source and my source for immediately shifting the situation into what it needs to be, offering necessary insights, healings, acts of grace, protection. Heartily we are grateful. And so it was. So it was. And so it was. So it is. And so it was. Woohoo! Thank you. Let's see what we have. The gibbous moon. How beautiful. Such super sweet colors. It's like the pink is reminding me of the Anahata chakra, the heart chakra, and then that teal is reminding me of the Visuddha chakra, the throat chakra, and that gibbous moon. And there's a butterfly indicating transformation, and then the thread, the red thread. What does that bring up for you? All these different beautiful bits and pieces. See how that sits with you. And at any time this month, you may come back for this reading, or even throughout the year, as assistance to help you move through what is in the highest love and light. Honoring yourself in the highest love and light and those around you. It's another beautiful day in paradise. People are out in it. You may hear the passing traffic. We're loving them from afar. May they be safe on their travels. And so there's three parts to this reading. There is the Witch's Wheel correspondence, the spell, and the guiding messages. So again, at any time you can come back and repeat these to help activate and embody them, all the different ways that you can play that out. And so the Witch's Wheel correspondence. Fire, summer, south, adolescence, catalyst, midday, transformation, cleansing, ritual, creation. Intense. The imagery that was coming as I was reading that was such summer, and we're stepping into it in the northern hemisphere and all that comes along with that. And perhaps it's reminding us of our adolescence, or we're still in our adolescence. Some, I sense, allow that adolescence to play out a little longer than what the man-made law says, if we're really to be fair. Perhaps through 25, perhaps through 35, to allow for the healing after all the loss that occurred before 18. And then the catalyst that we feel during this time of year. The sun just moved into Gemini, and it's like the midday noon sun on the light, on the warmth on us, and the transformation that we've been doing. The cleansing, the ritual, the creation, so beautiful. So those may assist you this June and moving through the rest of the year through next June to help keep you on track in different ways. You can see what resonates with you. And here's the spell. I will not give in to the apathy provoked by my resistance to change. I desire to liberate my identity by personally defining my place in the world. I deserve to align my desires to a principled set of values. I affirm my trustworthiness. I hold myself accountable to living up to the standards necessary to support these desires and my work in the world. I will not let my eagerness force my hand. I trust in the timing, and I am humbled. I make use of the tension of transition by wrapping up loose ends. I transmute the weight of uncertainty into a supportive magnetism that calls my truth forward. I respect that the closer I get to fulfilling my goals, the more discomfort I may feel in the absence of who I was. I am what it takes to get to where I'm going. Instead of pushing through, I give myself permission to lean into the discomfort, to rest, reset, and fucking rise. I move forward with confidence. I love that. That spell was deep. It is deep. What a beautiful spell. And especially for so many of us who are transitioning from one place to another, we can honor our past. And yeah, I was that. I was the orphan and adoptee living in these adoption fairy tales, where I was the gypsy living in the gypsy myth, and now I'm stepping into the different place where I am living in the adoption realities and the Roma realities, and being able to honor both parts and trust both parts and honor, no, you weren't lying back then. Well, maybe parts of you were, because that's what was expected, that your story was suppressed, but you are trustworthy. You did what you needed to do when you were young to get through. That was all you could do. And now that you've found yourself, or are you moving to a space of being safe and sound, reestablishing after you've dismantled, you can affirm your trustworthiness. You've done the work. And honoring the different ways we do that. What a beautiful spell. And it really touched me. There was, each piece of it. So I invite you to share for you what stood out for you, what jumps out for you, if you wish. It's so beautiful to be in a circle of like-minded souls doing the work. And thank you so much for walking with us. And giving ourselves permission to lean into the discomfort, to rest, to reset, and to fucking rise. Thank you. So the guiding messages. The world can sense what is coming. Your work is preparing its place in the order of things. The energy of this moment is shifting the future. Wow. The world can sense what is coming. Your work is preparing its place in the order of things. The energy of this moment is shifting the future. Shift happens. Shift happens. Thank you for being so strong and courageous and persistent, Cancer, and for continuing to fucking rise. And that is what I am seeing for you in this June 2023 reading. Thank you so much for joining us and helping breathe life into adoption spirit magic. Heartily, we are grateful. Until next time, ciao for now. I love you all.